wanted to talk to you about today is the difference that CalSpa has over a lot of our competitors. And some of the things that CalSpa does is with their insulation, the way they put their jet placements, their seating arrangements, some of their new lounger designs. But most importantly, I'm going to walk in here in our warehouse where we work on a lot of customer tubs and refurbished tubs and show you the difference. When you're shopping for a hot tub, what I want to point out, our hot tubs are two-factor insulation. They have a exterior ground up cotton and blue jean material, and then they have a thermal layer that reflects the heat it produces off of the pumps. So this is an example of what you don't want to get into. This is a full foam hot tub. When it gets a leak, or even if you have to work on any of the plumbing just to replace a crack or a loose fitting, this is what you got to do. This is what it looks like after you've dug it out, what's in a trash can, a bunch of foam that we dig out. So when we're working on them, we think it's leaking here. The water could have been dripping out of the hot tub on the other side of it. So I'm going to show you one of the CalSpas and the differences of how they insulate and what the industry standard is moving to with the two-factor insulation, with the thermal layer on the inside, pushing the heat back towards the shell, keeping it warm, not exhaling the heat that it produces because there's no room. If you notice, most full foam tubs that you look at are going to have vent holes on the side of the cabinets. Typically, that's the reason to let the heat out. Let me put that in layman's terms. That's basically like insulating your house and opening your front door in the winter when it gets warm inside. So what I want to show you is how CalSpa insulates their cabinets. It's a two-factor insulation. It's got ground up blue jean material that goes on the outside of the cabinet from the interior part of the hot tub. That keeps the cold air from coming into the hot tub. Then you have the second layer, which is a thermal layer, which the heat that is produced by the pumps circulates around this cabinet. These cabinets are so accessible. You don't have anything in the way of the plumbing. You got the pack down there. If you got a leak, you're gonna see it. God forbid you get one, but if you do, you could almost work on these yourself. So I just wanted to point out a few things with the insulation. A lot of people talk about insulation in a hot tub. A lot of the manufacturers are going to this open cell insulation in the hot tub where the heat circulates around the cabinet and you keep the cold air from coming in and the hot air from escaping. You'll notice there's no vent holes on the side of this cabinet. Nothing's coming out of here. The heat we produce is circulating around the hot tub. One, less on your electric bill. Two, your heater isn't working as much, thus extending the life of your heater. All the CalSpas have a 5.5 kilowatt titanium heater, which is one of the best in the industry. Even when you buy a plug and play, you still get the same heater. It's a convertible heater that when you flip a jumper, if you go from a 110 to a 220, the pack auto senses the heater and then you become a 5.5 kilowatt heater.